what is the ideal diet for diabetics?
First thing I would say, to go back to that, would be cut off processed food. And if you're a diabetic, I wouldn't say limit, I would say cut off processed food. Nothing that comes out of a tin, can, bottled, is processed, should be used. Place only in the trash can. Liquid sugars. So there is this myth that, you know, you can have liquid sugars, whether it is honey, maple syrup, agave. You know, our grandparents had it, our ancestors had it, and it's okay. The fact is, if you're diabetic, you already have a problem, and you cannot then use these sugars, whether they're natural or not. The same thing goes for fruit juice. I have, you know, so many people who come and tell me, but it's natural, we've just squeezed the orange juice. No, but it's pure fructose. Glucose is metabolized by every single cell in your body. Fructose is metabolized essentially by your liver. So when you are drinking liquid sugar, you're going to cause that spike in blood sugar and spike in insulin, and there's no question then that you're going to worsen your condition. So if you're a diabetic, you don't have an option but to give up liquid sugars. The second thing I would say is, of course, like you began by saying, we are a country which is very low in protein. So you need to make sure you're having adequate protein, especially if you're a diabetic, and good bioavailable protein. So whether you're veg or non-veg, it's frankly quite easy to make sure you get enough protein. So that has to be calculated and given correctly. And don't fear your fats. In this country, everybody says, oh my God, you're eating butter, you're eating ghee, that's bad for you. No. Eliminate the pro-inflammatory fats, the omega-6 and 9 fat. Those will kill you. Those are the ones you need to be fearful from. These oils have to be eliminated. Use good fat. Use ghee. Use olive oil. You don't need to use avocado oil, which is prohibitively expensive. You can use mustard oil as one of the only seed oils that actually is good for you. So you can use that. But whether you're a diabetic or not, why is fat so important, especially if you're a diabetic? We have 3 food groups: carbohydrate, protein, fat. We've spoken about the carbs and said what we need to eliminate. Within the carbs, you must have the fibrous ones. So vegetables and fruits are great for you. Even if you're a diabetic, make sure you're having a low glycemic ones, the ones that are not full of sugar. So that you should have. Proteins, you must have, because you need your muscle mass, you need it for immunity, and will help every diabetic. Fat is hugely important, especially for a diabetic. Of all these 3 macros, nothing balances blood sugar as much as fats do. So if you're going to go on a low-fat diet, like people say, but we have low-fat yogurt and we have, you know, low-fat milk, I tell everybody, please stop, have full-fat everything. Just make sure the fat is a good quality fat. Your brain functions on fat, so your cognition will decline. And nothing satiates you more than fats do. So if you're a diabetic, and if I'm going to tell a diabetic, no, you can't eat certain carbs, what are you going to eat? So you eat protein and you eat your good fat. Okay. And not only will your blood sugar stabilize, you'll feel good, and, you know, the parameters change so fast. We see this at the clinic all the time.